Oh hey guys, I was not expecting you, but welcome, I'm Vigoman, and this is Stali, my beautiful sheep. I need some time to get ready before I meet up with you guys. As I said, I was not expecting you, but while I'm getting ready for today's episode, please stop pushing me, Dolly. Take a look at my new thing that I just got in the mail. Steambuster 2000 Turbo Cold Engine finally arrived, and I think it's so cool. It's my new airship to go from place to place without having to bring that the big one you see in the back there. I think it looks super cool. Whoa, that could have gone so much worse. But luckily he didn't hit my house. It was just like 3 blocks away from my house. He must have... I had no idea where it came from. So yeah, I think it looks super cool. It is more of a fantasy design than the previous one. It has more of a pointy and bluish like blimp. Shablang, I think that's the word we have set for it. And then the bottom there is like super like sporty kind of. I wanted to kind of almost recreate a Formula 1 car in the sky. And then we got, of course, the rotators in the back there, and I think it's kind of cool. It's just something to add to the skyline here. Eventually I want to have like airships and balloons all over the sky here and implement stuff to it. This is just for the looks of it, but in the future we're going to do like farms up in the sky. And oh man, I thought I was falling down. Today I have an amazing episode planned for you guys. Down there we're going to be building the first storage system of our base. That is the only place I actually had enough space to squeeze it in. I didn't have any space up here for the scale we're gonna go for here. We're also gonna meet up with Whip, do some stuff with him, so that's gonna be fun. And I've been doing some mining, so we're gonna pile this up and then dig it down with a Fortune 3 pickaxe and see how much we can get. This is not too bad. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 stack of diamonds in total. That is pretty good, and I'm very happy with that. And hopefully we can use that to buy some favors and stuff in the future, because I don't want to just have them here. I want to use these bad boys, but for now I think that's a really good stock to have. So down here we are going to build a storage system. I have this beautiful pink shulker box. In fact, it's actually Dolly's, which I was so lucky that I could borrow for a little while doing this project here. These are the blocks I want to try to use. We'll see. I always end up changing stuff. Mainly brick, and I like to mix in little terracotta and granite because the colors are kind of similar. It makes it easier for me, so I don't have to use as many bricks, and it also looks kind of cool to add some variation to it. So I'm going to try to explain to you, and then we're going to start build, and then we're going to take a little break and go over, meet up with Whip and do a little thing there before we come back and finish this thing. I think that's the plan. Does that make sense? I hope so. So what I want to have is some really cool arches. One there, and one there. Alright? Then these sides here and the side there will be filled in. So those are just like indents in the wall, you could say. But the middle one is going to be open so we can get inside, and inside here the storage system will be. Here we will have more arches. Between there, between there, there, between there, everywhere, arches everywhere. And then we're gonna have just tons of chests on here, this side here, in the front here, this side and this side, and we're gonna give some space for some kind of automatic sorting system if we want to do that in the end, because I think I might want to do that. So I'm leaving space for that, you know, so we can implement that later. It's not something we're gonna do today because that takes a lot of time, but at least we have the space for it behind here. I have counted out that if we have 2 chests, like a double chest standing here, I have enough space to add an item filter in the back. Yeah, we got an arch there. I think I might do it even 1 block taller, just because kind of thinking about the chest we're gonna have here. I'm standing here. I can reach that block. So if you move it up 1, the upper chest will be about here, and I can easily hit that chest up there. So I think we're gonna raise it all by 1 block, but I think the design is cool. I love the palette of these blocks here. So yeah, I got all the arches done here, the 3 of them. You can see the middle one is open. The 2 on the side is covered up with stone, which I think looks like concrete, which kind of makes sense. I think it looks pretty cool. Nice way of combining colors here. It might look super plain right now, but I have some good ideas for what we're gonna do here. My idea is to flat this on the top and kind of use that as a foundation for a bigger building. I really do want to like experiment with building styles and maybe do like a big like tower, maybe like a clock tower or something, and maybe even like a building with some airship docks on or something cool up here. And it's gonna just have this in the bottom, and then we can maybe put farms and stuff above, which goes straight into the sorting system. Who knows, maybe you guys have any ideas as well. But I really like the shape and the color of what we got right now. What I think we're gonna do, guys, is step away from this a little bit, let it sink in before we finish this, and go over to the project me and Fwip is gonna be doing. So we can work on that a little bit. I'm probably gonna stream that as well, so you might have already have seen what we're doing there. But anyway, let's meet up with Fwip and see what we're doing over there.
All right, Vigo, we are over here. And I've got these structures built up, and I've been telling my folks about this a little bit here, that you're going to be helping me here with this whole jousting arena. The idea behind this is we have these 2 kings on the server that I'm pretty sure you're very much aware of, that are dueling it out, trying to say who's the better one and who is the one who cheated in the Ender Dragon fight. You know, all that stuff right there. But yeah, we've got this set up right here. And I know, as much as you're an amazing builder yourself, speaking of which, there's a nice little airship out in the distance over there, folks, that was built by Vigo himself.
Ooh.
You are somehow also the full package here of you can redstone, right?
I can a little bit. I'm not like Logic, but I know my way around some redstone, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, he wasn't allowed to help with this because I think he, as much as I was on his team in the dragon fight, I think he would still skew it, so somehow Sausage would die. So I figured I had to go to somebody else for redstone help here.
We can't trust him.
I would show you with the boats and everything, but unfortunately I died recently and lost all my stuff and lost the boats and the everything. But anyways, more importantly, is we have these 2 trackways right here. This one is shooting down this way. The people are always going to be on the right side, like traditional medieval-y stuff, and you're going to be going down in a boat on the ice boat road, and you're going to have a bow, and your goal is to shoot the other person as you're going, you know, like traditional jousting stuff. Yeah, exactly right, like that. High-speed jousting. I think it's going to be hilarious. But what I need your help with is setting up a system right here so that they both activate at the same time. So whether it's using these, or I know we talked about using full blocks with some pistons to make it easier, but having this fence gate system and that one open up so both people can be holding down W, they start moving at the exact same time. And I was hoping we could do a little bit of like a note block system of like a boom, 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 kind of like Mario Kart, you know, the starting. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I think that would definitely be possible. I have a redstone shulker box with me because I'm professional. Whoops.
Oh yeah, mine.
Oh no. Oh, there it goes. It disappeared for me a second. So I got note blocks.
No, you're good.
A lot of stuff. So I think we should be good to set up a little track with some sounds and some action stuff, and we'll see how we do the redstone. But yeah, I think that's gonna be fun.
Great. So I'm thinking either activation. We could either go with both of them clicking on it themselves, or we always have to have like an aficionator of maybe like the true king besides these 2 wannabes standing up here and they click a button and then both of then the timer and everything starts.
Yeah.
So I'll leave that up to you, whichever you want to figure out there. But thank you so much for jumping in on this one.
Well, thank you for inviting me, man.
I'm gonna stick around in the area and do a little bit more work here and mostly get rid of this grass because you know
Very cool, man. So I just did a long stream where we worked on the redstone behind here and some other stuff. And I think it's time for me to show you what I have done. And I might eventually do more to it. I think I can squeeze in a little more redstone to this thing right here. But what we have now is a very simple setup where we hit the button over here. And as you can hear, you press a button, there goes like 2 sounds from note blocks, and then there's a third one with the bell, and then these drop simultaneously, so you can have it like competitors on either side. You can meet up in the middle and do the jousting thing, so that works, and that's pretty cool. But what I'm thinking that could be cool, it's something that Fwip kind of mentioned, and we did mention it in the clip we had, is that we have some kind of button here, and let's say we're only 2 people wanting to do this game, and we're not able to have a judge who can press a button. What you would do then is, I want to do some system where I can press a button here, and then he can press a button over there, and when both buttons are pressed, the system starts. But if I press and he doesn't press, it's gonna stay on or wait for the guy over there to press it to start. So I think that's gonna be a cool little thing. I'm gonna try to do that. I do have a little bit of extra time here, so I wonder if I'll be able to squeeze that in here. It's not gonna be too complicated. What we gotta do is to have some T flip-flops where we just flip the signal on and off with the button there, and then just, if they're both on, some kind of AND gate, just send them over here, and then that will start the whole thing. So yeah, we don't need too much. I think it should be fairly simple, but I gotta try some. I gotta place some blocks and see if I'm actually on it or not, because let's be honest, I'm not the best at redstone, so it could not work. But let me play some blocks and take you guys with me as we do that. Seems like we got our first test rider here. He's ready to be jousting every single one of us. How cool is that? But I have gotten something done here. It's not too fancy, but I'll show you. You might not understand this if you're not into redstone, but let me just show you anyway. And now this signal here is off. You can see it's not glowing. But if I go up here now, I can press the button over here to say, alright, I'm ready. And maybe heard a little click right there. If we go down under here, now it is glowing. So what I can do now is I can do the same over there, and then meet these signals up, and then do like an AND gate, meaning if this one is on and the other one is on, the output is on. If one of them is off, the output is off. So both has to be on at the same time, and just connect that right up here somewhere. And everything should work as normal. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Replicate this over here. I'll have to do some weird stuff here as it is not symmetrical, but I'll definitely figure that out and just tie it all up. So the redstone should be done now. I've added this button here, so if I press that, nothing happens. But then if my opponent would press his button on the other side, it would then start the clock thing. Start the timer here. Like that, perfect. But if I hit it again, it's reset. So we gotta wait for the opponent again to press it, and then again it starts over again. So it's kind of cool, and it's gonna make it a lot easier if we're only 2 people here. Like that. So it's pretty cool. I added a switch here. It doesn't look the prettiest, but yeah, it works. So if you put it up, that means there's no judge here. That means that guy and that guy or girl will press their own buttons and start the thing. But if I pull it down, it means I can push this button here, and it works. So you gotta switch between. Oh, okay, still some bugs, but yeah, it's kind of working. Working enough to use it, I think. So that's kind of cool. I really like that. And yeah, just switch it on and off here. I'm over at my starter base, and it looks like things just ramped up a little bit with a fight between Mythical Sausage and Logical Geek Boy over there. It looks like someone has siege Logic's castle here. We have this thing. They're blocking my beautiful bridge with fire, and then we got like this trebuchets and catapults and everything in here. It's awesome. It's looking super cool. You can see that, and catapults, big catapults. No idea what... Oh, this is like one of those big crossbow things. And oh man. Yeah, this is horrible. Oh man, but it adds a little bit of action to the server, you know? Oh, is this a siege tower? Yeah, these dudes are going all in. This is a beautiful design, I gotta say. Can I go up here and take a look? This is really, really cool. Alright, we are back, and that was a fun little side track, I guess. I was not really planning on doing that, but Fwip needed some help. I wanted to do some collabs, so why not? I've dug out a little bit of stuff here, but before we get to this storage area again, I want to show you what I have been doing in between the cuts. I've been, last night I was just chilling and doing some stuff on the airship right here. So a lot of suggestions from you guys came in about adding the support to the outside of the blimp or the shablang, whatever you want to call it. And I totally agree. It looks a lot better having it there instead of having everything connected to this middle one. I do still want to connect the front and these to that, but just have the main weight being carried by the whole thing instead of just the lower one. So I think that looks a lot better. So thank you so much for that, guys. I've also added some details to the back here. And some of you suggested adding some more rotators or these propeller things on the side here. And that also looks pretty cool. It gives it more of a steampunk vibe. And we're probably going to add more stuff to this as we kind of progress on the base here. Learn more on how to do steampunk, because I have never done steampunk before. So this might change a lot over the server here over the season. But yeah, we're going to be down here and working on this. But before we do that, I just want to mention, guys, that this is episode 10 of the Legacy SMP, and I can't believe that we have gotten so many episodes yet, and the amount of feedback you guys have been giving me, it's insane. I've been getting more views on this series than any other series, almost combined. It's insane, so thank you so much for that, guys. I really appreciate that. And since we have 10 episodes now, I think I want to try something I've never done before. But my latest videos has gotten over 300 likes. And I'm thinking, since this is episode 10, can we get 500? I'm not sure if it will work, but let's try. Let's do a little bit of an experiment here. Leave a like if you enjoyed this series here. Can we get 500 likes? That would be amazing. And now, enough of me jabbing about all the stuff you don't want to hear. Let's get back to some building here. What I want to do here is to continue the design we have with these arches there and the arches there and stuff towards or inwards. So we're going to do another arch which goes there, and another one which goes here, and then one that goes there. And so it kind of is this vaulted underground bit. I think it's going to look pretty cool. Do that, and then add the chest on the side here. And then just trying to tie it in with the landscape here. I think that's going to be the biggest issue here to make it look good, because it's kind of sticking out right now. And then of course detail it. Right now it's super plain, so we're gonna add a lot more details to all of this. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. I'm gonna get some more blocks placed and we'll take it from there. What is this, you may ask? It's somewhere we have never been before in my videos, and this is actually a Guardian farm. As you can see, this is built by Nashcrafter, Fwip, and Asmajor. I think those are the three main builders on this, and I just happened to buy a full farm access pass to this area from Nashcrafter. It costed me 15 diamonds, but that means I can come over here for XP. Right now my gold farm is way more efficient than this for XP, but it gives me a lot of this stuff, which is really cool, and I really want to try to use that for our storage system. And also the Dark Prismarine block is one of the most beautiful blocks in the game, and it's so cool for just Victorian style buildings, steampunk style buildings and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to tie that in. So I'm very happy that they've set up this farm, and I think 15 diamonds is fairly cheap for full access to everything here. I think my main idea for the inside is done right now. As you can see, we got the Dark Prismarine on the floor here. Looks absolutely stunning. Oh, I forgot one block. There's going to be a gold block right here. Let's see, can we just get that real quick? Wow. And not dying, please. I should have some gold blocks just laying around. Yes, sir. Very cool. So we can see the complete thing here. Man, those dark prismarine blocks are expensive. You need a lot of dark or black dye, which you get from squids and stuff, and those aren't easy to get. I've been grinding for that for almost an hour just to fill this little bit up here. But anyway, we got this cool cross pattern here, and then the gold in the middle. Also got the gold in the ceiling here, in the vaulted ceiling, to kind of keep it, I don't know, keep a theme in here. I think it looks pretty like steampunk-ish with the gold. Almost look like brass, golden brass, which is very steampunk. We got plenty of chests. I haven't counted how many it was, but I think I used 10 stacks of logs for this, so a fair amount. Up there we got a little bit of spruce trapdoors. No, dark wood. Dark oaks trapdoors. Yeah, that's the thing. Just to add a little border to the top. I forgot to do that there, so I'm going to do that. And then these little lanterns hanging there. We got the same one in the front as well. So that's the general idea for here. It's going to be come in here, pick what you need, go out. Then what I'm trying to figure out is I need a place where I can stuck my items in and it gets into the sorting system. And I also want to have an ender chest, and I think I might do that here. So let's say we have a chest here, you put your stuff in, and we transport that around and into the chests, and then have an ender chest here as well, or something like that. I might even just put it like a chest in the floor here or something. I don't know, I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, it's going to be super cool. On the outside here, I think that's a next thing I want to get started on. I want to detail this facade a little bit more, and then add the top to it. It's going to be... I will try to do like a Victorian detailed trim on the top here to again keep it with a Victorian steampunk style. So that's going to be kind of cool. Have a few ideas how I'm going to do that, but I guess I have to play around with that a little bit as well. So you know what, let's get cracking, let's do some more block placing and see where that takes us. So more work has been done, and I really like how this is all coming together here. Added this trim on top here, which is inspired by Victorian townhouses. I think it looks pretty cool with alternating stair and slab, and then we got these bigger ones with a little lantern on the top. I think it's beautiful, and it works with the style we got here. Added a little bit of a wall on this side here, meaning I had to go out mining for more clay to finish off this wall, but that looks pretty cool, alright. Yeah, I think that is about it for what we did here. On the top we have added a lot of blocks, so it's ready to start adding things to the top of it. So it's all flattened out here, ready to start building on top of, which is great, which is something we're going to do pretty soon. Maybe not next episode, but in an upcoming video we're going to do that. So that, my friends, is all we got time for today. I really do hope that you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack that like button, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.